The cold silence of space was broken by the soft hum of engines as the first human fleet moved steadily through the dark galaxy. No one had expected humans to come so far, so fast. The aliens watching from their ships were nervous but curious. They had heard stories about humans, fierce warriors, stubborn and clever, but seeing them in space was something different. The first fleet was not large, but it was powerful. Ships were unlike anything the aliens had seen before. Sleek, strong, and fast, they moved like shadows, slipping through the stars with ease. The alien commanders looked at the readings on their screens. The human ships were heading straight for a disputed system, a place where many races wanted to claim control. This system was important because it had rich resources and a strategic position. The aliens thought they could easily stop the humans. After all, it was only one fleet. Their own forces outnumbered them many times over. Just one fleet, the alien leader said. We can handle this. But the humans did not follow the usual patterns. Their movements were strange and unpredictable. Their weapons fired with precision, and their shields absorbed hits that should have destroyed them. The alien scouts sent messages of warning, but some commanders ignored the signs. They believed humans could not fight like the great space empires. As the human fleet entered the system, the first battle began. The aliens attacked with their strongest ships, confident of a quick victory. But the humans had something new. They used teamwork like no other species. Each ship knew its role perfectly, supporting the others without hesitation. When one ship was damaged, another came to help immediately. It was as if they thought like one mind. The alien fleet was shocked. Their attacks were failing. Their ships were falling one by one. The humans seemed calm and focused. They moved carefully, avoiding traps and striking hard when the moment was right. The first human fleet was showing power and skill beyond what the aliens expected. News of the battle spread quickly among the alien races. Many started to worry. What if there is more than one fleet? Some asked. What if humans have hidden forces we do not see? Then strange signals began to appear on alien communications. Encrypted messages, hard to decode, hinted that more human fleets were on their way. 10 more fleets, each one bigger and stronger than the last. The aliens listened in fear. Their spies tried to find proof, but the humans were too clever. Back in the human command ship, the fleet leader watched the battle unfold. His face was calm, but his eyes were sharp. He knew the first fleet was just the beginning. Then what humans can do, he said quietly. They have not seen the real power yet. The alien leaders gathered to discuss the new threat. Panic grew among them. Their weapons were old, their tactics outdated. The humans had changed the game. Some wanted to fight harder, others thought of retreat. But retreat was not easy. The humans controlled the space around the disputed system. On the human ships, the crews worked together. They were a mix of different people from Earth, soldiers, engineers, scientists. Their training was tough. They had prepared for this moment for years. Every crew member knew the importance of their mission, to protect Earth and show the galaxy that humans were not weak. As the first battle ended, the aliens retreated, surprised and scared. They had lost many ships, and the humans lost few. But the humans did not celebrate. They knew the war had just begun. The encrypted messages kept coming. The aliens tried to warn their fleets to prepare for the arrival of the other 10 human fleets. The galaxy was changing fast. The old balance of power was breaking. Far away on Earth, people watched the news with a mix of pride and fear. They had heard rumors of humans traveling to the stars, but seeing the fleets in action was different. The world held its breath, waiting for what would come next. The human fleet leader sent a message to Earth. We have started a new chapter. The galaxy will know our name. Meanwhile, the aliens worked hard to understand the new enemy. They studied the human ships, their weapons, their shields. But every time they thought they had an answer, humans surprised them again. The first human fleet was only a glimpse of what was coming. The galaxy had feared one human fleet. Now it had to face 10 more. Each fleet carried the hopes, the strength, and the fierce spirit of humanity. The stars were no longer quiet. The galaxy was watching, waiting for the next move. The humans had arrived, and nothing would be the same again. The galaxy was a vast place filled with many different races. For centuries, they all lived with an uneasy peace, watching each other from far away. But now, everything was changing. The first human fleet that had appeared was just the start. The aliens had been surprised once, but soon they would be shocked. Beyond belief, the alien leaders gathered in a dark room aboard their command ship. Large windows showed the endless stars outside, but their eyes were fixed on the holomap glowing in the center. Red dots marked the positions of their ships, and a small cluster of blue dots represented the human fleet. The humans had moved quickly, much faster than the aliens expected. "We must prepare," one leader said. "This is no ordinary enemy." Alien scouts reported strange activity across many systems. Sensors picked up signals that did not match. Anything known? The humans were not just sending one fleet, they were sending many, 10 fleets in total. Each one was moving through the galaxy like a silent storm. The aliens tried to understand why humans were so strong. Their technology was new and advanced. Their ships had energy shields that could absorb heavy attacks, and their weapons were precise and deadly. The aliens had never seen anything like this before. On the human side, the commanders were calm but determined. They knew the galaxy was watching. The first fleet had shown power, but the others were even stronger. Each fleet was unique. One specialized in speed and surprise attacks, another in heavy firepower, and yet another in defense and support. Together, they were a force no one could stop. The aliens tried to form alliances, hoping to stand against the human fleets. But humans did not fight alone. They had friends and allies on many planets, and they were ready to protect each other. The galaxy was changing, and old enemies were becoming new friends. One of the alien commanders said, "We must learn from them. Cannot fight like before." But it was too late. The humans were already moving through key systems, taking control without mercy. Their fleets moved like a shadow, silent and deadly. In one battle, the aliens thought they had trapped a human fleet in a narrow space between two planets. But the humans surprised them. They used small, fast ships to break the enemy lines, while larger ships attacked from behind. The aliens lost many vessels that day. It was a clear message. Humans were not easy to defeat. The aliens' fear grew. They had never met an enemy like this one that fought with strength and cleverness, but also with a deep will to survive. The human spirit was like fire, burning bright even in the darkest moments. The galaxy watched as the second fleet arrived. It was larger and more powerful than the first. Then the third fleet came, followed by the fourth, and so on. 10 fleets, each one stronger than the last, moved toward the heart of alien space. Alien spies tried to find weaknesses in human technology, but humans always adapted. Their ships repaired themselves quickly. Their weapons changed to meet new threats. The aliens felt like they were chasing shadows. On Earth, people looked up at the night sky with hope and fear. The stories of brave explorers and warriors were now real. The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear. Humans were no longer just a small part of the galaxy. They were becoming a great power. In a quiet moment on the human flagship, the fleet leader spoke to his crew. "We do not seek war for its own sake," he said, "but we will protect our home and those who join us. This is our time." Aliens knew the fight was far from over. The arrival of 10 human fleets had changed everything. Their old ways would not protect them now. The galaxy was on the edge of a new era, one where humanity would write its story among the stars. And the galaxy was watching, waiting for the next move in this great game of power and survival. The galaxy was filled with tension. News of the first human fleet had spread like wildfire among alien worlds. Most aliens believed humans were just another species, maybe strong, but not a real threat. Now that idea was shattered. The arrival of not one, but 10 human fleets had thrown the entire galaxy into chaos. Alien ships patrolled nervously, their sensors constantly searching the stars. Commanders sat at their consoles, their faces tense, as they watched the human fleets move closer to important systems. These fleets were different from anything they had ever faced. Each had a unique style, showing incredible teamwork and strategy. The humans seemed to think as one body. their actions perfectly timed and deadly. The alien leaders held secret meetings to discuss their options. "We cannot face 10 fleets at once," said one commander. "Our weapons and ships are outdated. We need a new plan." Others argued for peace talks, hoping to find a way to avoid war. But trust was thin and fear was strong. The aliens remembered how the First Fleet had crushed their defenses easily. Now, the other 9 were coming. On the human side, the crews were focused and ready. They had trained for this moment, knowing the galaxy would not welcome them with open arms. Yet, they believed in their mission, to protect Earth and to prove that humanity was a force to be respected. Their ships were filled with the latest technology, advanced AI systems, powerful energy shields, and weapons that could strike from far away. In one sector, the aliens set a trap. They sent a large fleet to ambush a smaller human fleet passing. Through a narrow asteroid field, the aliens thought the humans would be easy prey, but the humans surprised them. Using fast small ships, the humans split the enemy's focus. Then, hidden drones attacked from behind, destroying alien vessels before they could react. The battle was fierce and fast. The alien commander watched in disbelief as his fleet was torn apart by a seemingly smaller force. The humans fought with a mix of courage and precision, never losing their calm. When the dust settled, the aliens had lost many ships, while the humans suffered little damage. The alien leaders realized their problem was not just technology, it was the human spirit. Their determination and teamwork made them strong. The aliens had never seen a race that could fight so well together, moving like parts of a single machine. Back on Earth, people listened to reports with mixed emotions. Some were proud of the human fleets, others feared what this war might bring. But everyone knew that things would never be the same. The peaceful days of watching the stars were over. Meanwhile, the human fleets kept moving forward. Each of the 10 fleets had a special role. Some acted as scouts, others as heavy hitters, and some protected the supply lines. This careful planning made them almost unstoppable. The aliens tried harder to find weaknesses. They captured damaged human ships, hoping to learn their secrets, but the humans were always one step ahead. Their technology was simple in some ways, but extremely effective, and their crews were smart and well-trained. The galaxy was changing fast. Old alliances were breaking, and new ones were forming. Some alien races chose to join the humans, hoping to survive the coming storm. Others prepared for a final stand. The human fleet leader sent a message across space. "We do not come to conquer. We come to be free and to protect our home. If anyone stands in our way, we will not hesitate." Hey! The aliens felt the weight of those words. The arrival of one human fleet had been frightening. Now facing 10 fleets, the galaxy trembled. The war was only beginning. The story of humanity's rise among the stars was just starting to be written. The stars shone quietly, but behind their light, a great battle was unfolding, and no one knew what the future would hold. The vast emptiness of space held a heavy silence, but that silence was about to break. The galaxy's oldest powers were preparing for war, the kind they had never seen before. The arrival of one human fleet had shaken them. But what scared them most was the knowledge that 10 more fleets were coming, each stronger and more dangerous than the last. Alien commanders sat in their war rooms, staring at flickering star maps. They tried to understand the humans' strange tactics. The humans did not fight like any known species. They were fast and smart. They used teamwork perfectly, covering each other's weaknesses and striking with deadly force. The alien leaders whispered fears among themselves. This was not just a battle of ships. This was a battle of wills. In the middle of the galaxy, a fierce battle began near 3 moons circling a valuable planet. The aliens had set a trap, confident they would crush the humans once and for all. The moons were their last stronghold. In this system, if they lost this battle, it would mean losing control of a critical part of space. The humans arrived quietly, their fleets moving with precision. Alien sensors tried to track their movements, but the humans changed direction. Without warning, suddenly, from 3 different sides, human ships attacked. The aliens were caught off guard. Their defenses were strong, but they were split and confused. The battle was fierce. Explosions lit the dark sky as ships collided and weapons fired. The aliens tried to regroup, but the humans pushed harder. Small fighter ships darted between larger vessels, disabling weapons and engines. Human drones repaired damaged ships quickly, keeping the fleet in fighting shape. Despite their best efforts, the alien forces began to falter. They had underestimated the humans' ability to work as one. The human commanders coordinated their attacks perfectly. It was as if all their fleets were connected by a single mind. As the battle raged on, the aliens saw something they did not expect: humans risking their own ships to save others. Pilots made daring moves, pulling damaged vessels out of enemy fire. The aliens had never seen this kind of courage and unity before. When the dust settled, the aliens were forced to retreat. They had lost many ships in control of the three moons. The humans held the battlefield, their flags raised high. Back on the alien command ship, panic grew. The loss was a heavy blow, but worse was the message humans sent afterward. "This is only the beginning," the human commander said. "We will not stop until we secure peace for our home." Alien spies intercepted secret communications. "We're not just fighting for territory. We're fighting for something greater: survival, freedom, and respect." The galaxy was witnessing the rise of a new power. The news of the battle spread quickly. Some alien races began to rethink their position. Could they make peace with humans? Others prepared for war, building new weapons and training their fleets harder than ever. The humans, meanwhile, stayed focused. They knew the battles ahead would be tougher. But they also knew their strength came not only from technology, but from their spirit. They were ready to face whatever the galaxy threw at them. The Battle of the Three Moons was a turning point. It showed the galaxy that humans were not just fighters, they were leaders. The aliens feared the fleets they had once ignored. They feared the 10 fleets, a force that could change everything. The stars above watched silently as the galaxy moved closer to war. And the humans, united in their cause, prepared for the challenges ahead. The galaxy would never forget the Battle of the Three Moons, the day humanity proved it was a power to be reckoned with. The galaxy was full of secrets, but none more mysterious than the technology humans used in their ships. After the fierce battles and surprising victories, the aliens managed to capture one damaged human vessel drifting near the edge of a star system. Their scientists were eager to study it, hoping to uncover the secret of human strength. Inside the alien laboratory, the damaged ship was carefully examined. The technology looked simple at first: glance-smooth surfaces, clean designs, and no overly complicated parts. But when tested, the ship's systems worked like magic. Its energy shield could repair itself slowly after being hit. Its weapons adapted quickly to different enemy defenses. The aliens were baffled. Why is it so simple, yet so powerful? One scientist asked. How do humans make their ships so strong without complex machines? As they studied more, the aliens discovered that the humans used something different. Technology combined with something like intuition and quick thinking. Their ships were designed to work with the people on board, not just run on machines alone. The human crews could change tactics quickly, and the ship's systems responded immediately. The aliens tried to copy the technology, but they failed. Their own ships were too rigid, too slow to adapt. Human ships moved like living creatures, repairing themselves and shifting strategies during battles. This was new to the galaxy, and it made humans nearly unbeatable. News of the captured ship spread quickly. Alien leaders became worried. If humans had this kind of technology, what else were they hiding? Could they build even stronger weapons? The answer was yes. The aliens learned humans had secret weapons hidden deep on their home planet, weapons that could destroy entire fleets if unleashed. On Earth, human engineers and scientists worked day and night. They improved their ships, making them faster, smarter, and stronger. They knew the galaxy was watching. They knew war might come to their door, but they also knew their technology, combined with their courage, would protect them. The captured ship became a symbol, proof that humans had the advantage. The aliens faced a new problem: how to fight an enemy who could always adapt and grow stronger. Back on the front lines, human fleets kept pressing forward. Their weapons were sharp, their tactics brilliant. The aliens found themselves constantly surprised, unable to predict the next human move. This hidden technology gave humans a special edge. It was not just power or numbers, it was the ability to change and improve in the heat of battle. Galaxy had never seen such a thing. The humans were no longer just newcomers. They were becoming the masters of space technology, and the aliens knew this fight would only get harder. The galaxy was entering a new era, one where technology and human spirit combined to create a force no one could stop. And so, the race to understand and defeat humanity continued, but the secret of the human ships remained safe for now. The true power of humanity was not just in their weapons, but in their unbreakable will to survive and win. The galaxy was about to learn that the future belonged to those who could adapt, and humans had already mastered that skill. The stars shone quietly over Earth as the human fleets prepared for their next move. The alien races had tried to guess where Earth was, but humans had hidden their homeworld well. Now, sensors finally detected the powerful defenses orbiting the blue planet, a fortress unlike any other. Alien ships trembled as they came into range of Earth's massive orbital cannons. These weapons were hidden from scanners, invisible and deadly. From a great distance, they could fire with pinpoint accuracy, destroying enemy ships before they could get close. The aliens had never faced such a defense. The human fleets moved confidently, knowing Earth had their back. The orbital cannons were controlled by advanced AI, guided by human operators who coordinated every attack. The aliens tried to find a way to break through, but their ships were picked off one by one. The galaxy watched in disbelief. Earth was not just a planet, it was a fortress, ready to protect humanity at all costs. The alien leaders realized that to defeat humans, they would have to break Earth's defenses first. But how? Meanwhile, the human commanders sent out new orders. Their fleets began pushing alien forces back from their borders. The battles became sharper and more dangerous. Humans showed no mercy to those who threatened their home. Reports came in from many systems aliens were retreating, and some were even surrendering. The humans were proving that their strength was more than just weapons. It was their will to protect what they loved. The Alien Council met in crisis. Some argued to negotiate peace, fearing total destruction. Others wanted to fight harder, refusing to give up. But the humans had changed the game. They were no longer just one fleet. They were many, united and powerful. From Earth, a message echoed through space: surrender or face extinction. It was clear and strong, leaving no room for doubt. The galaxy was listening. On board the human flagship, commanders planned their next moves carefully. They knew the aliens would not give up easily. The war was far from over, but humans were ready. Earth's defenses were a symbol of hope for humanity. They showed the galaxy that humans would protect their home with all they had. The alien races now faced a difficult choice: continue fighting a losing battle, or seek peace with a rising power. As the human fleets advanced, the stars seemed to shine a little brighter. The galaxy was changing, and Earth's fortress was at the heart of that change. The humans were no longer just survivors. They were rulers of the skies. The message was clear. Earth was strong. Humanity was ready for whatever came next. The galaxy had to accept this new reality. The era of human power had begun. The galaxy was shifting beneath the feet of its oldest powers. Rumors spread fast. Some alien races wanted to join the humans. They saw the strength and determination in the human fleets and wanted to be part of something new. Secret meetings were held, messages sent in code. The idea of an alliance with humans shocked many. Alien leaders whispered to each other. Could these humans be the key to survival? Some asked. Others warned. Trusting humans is dangerous. They fight with fire and don't forgive easily. Still, the chance for peace and protection tempted many. On the human side, leaders listened carefully. I think they knew the galaxy was watching. They could accept new allies, but only those who shared their vision, a galaxy where freedom and strength were respected. The humans made it clear: no mercy for those who oppose them. but friendship for those who stood with them. Some alien factions stepped forward, offering their ships and knowledge. Humans welcomed them, but stayed cautious. They tested these new allies, making sure they could be trusted. Together, they trained and planned. The alliance grew stronger day by day. Meanwhile, enemies of the humans gathered. They prepared for a final, decisive battle. Their fleets were large and deadly. The galaxy held its breath. This battle would decide the future. Human fleets moved with confidence, supported now by their new allies. The combination of human skill and alien knowledge made them nearly unstoppable. They shared tactics and technology, learning from each. The alliance was not easy. There were arguments and mistrust, but the bigger threat kept them united. The humans taught their new friends to fight like they did fast, smart, and as one. Whispers spread among the stars about the coming battle. Some feared it. Others hoped it would end the long wars. The human fleet leader sent a message. Together, we will shape the future. Together, we will win. The galaxy was watching the rise of a new order. The humans, once feared and unknown, were now leaders of an alliance that could not be broken. The coming battle would test them all, but they were ready. The story of humanity was no longer about one fleet or 10. It was about a united force, stronger than ever. The final battle loomed ahead, and the galaxy waited to see who would claim victory and who would be left behind. The final battle was near. Alien fleets gathered in the dark space beyond the galaxy's edge. Their ships were large, armed with the best weapons they could build. They believed this would be their last chance to stop the humans and their allies. The galaxy held its breath, but the humans were ready. All 10 fleets had come together, their ships forming a massive armada that stretched across the stars. Their weapons glowed with power. Their crews were focused and calm. They had trained for this moment for years. Now, it was time to show the galaxy what humanity could do. The battle began with a flash of light and thunderous blasts. Ships moved fast, weaving between attacks and firing back with precision. The humans fought with a strange mix of courage and strategy, never giving ground. Their allies supported them, forming an unbreakable wall. Alien commanders watched in disbelief as their best ships were destroyed one by one. The humans adapted quickly, changing tactics and using new weapons that shocked the enemy. It was a fight like no other in the middle of the chaos. The human fleet leader sent a message across space. We fight not for conquest, but for survival and freedom. This battle will decide the future of the galaxy. The aliens tried everything to break the human line, but they failed. Slowly, the tide turned. Human ships pushed forward, forcing the enemy to retreat. The galaxy watched as the humans claimed victory, not just through force, but through unity and willpower. When the battle ended, the stars were quiet again. But the galaxy had changed forever. The humans were no longer a single fleet. They were a force beyond imagination. Their allies stood with them, ready to build a new future. The war was over, but the story had just begun. The humans had shown the galaxy their true power. And now the stars would shine differently because humanity had arrived, and they were here to stay.